Hi, this is Sean from A Little Better Every Day. T minus zero. Today is my 60th birthday. I made it. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And what this is going to be is a recap of the past year, talk about the goals I set, and see how I did against them. Anyway, first of all, what was this all about? For me, I was doing these videos to hold myself accountable. I figured if I told the world out there what I was trying to accomplish, I'd have a better chance of getting it done than if I just had it in my head. So that's why I did it. Second reason I did it was to go ahead and hope that somebody out there would find benefit from what I was doing, whether it be motivation, whether they learned something, just felt something, whatever it may be. I was hoping that people out there would find a benefit, and we'll see how I did. First, in regards to keep myself accountable, I did a video every single day for the past year. When I remember when I started on a Wednesday, 'cause that was my birthday. And then Friday night, I started thinking, am I going to be doing this on a weekend? And I remember it was a little better every day, not a little better Monday through Friday. And so I realized I was going to have to do it on a weekend too. And so I did, and I did it every single day. Next thing, regarding my weight goals, on New Year's Eve 2024, so 30 days, roughly 3 months before my birthday, I weighed 188 pounds. 3 months later, on my birthday, I was down to 178. My goal was to get to 168 because I want to lose another 10 pounds. On June 26th, so 3 months after my birthday, I hit 167.1. So I did a little more than 10 pounds loss. And I stayed in that range for a while. My goal was to get there and stay there. I stayed there for a while. Some things happened. In the fall, I realized my metabolism slowed down. How do I know that? Well, you know what? It's the third time I've noticed it in my life, at 29.5, 49.5, and 59.5. How do you know when your metabolism slows down? For me, it's when I'm doing the same things I've been doing and I'm not getting the same results. And I noticed that in the fall, I was gaining weight and I was not losing it easily. Usually if I have a big meal, okay, the scale's higher the next day, but the day after that, I'm pretty much back to normal. That wasn't happening. So my metabolism changed. This morning I was 173, so I'm still down 5 pounds from a year ago, which is better than where I was, a little bit, but it's not where my goal was. Ironically, though, 173 has always been a weight that I thought was being in shape. So maybe this is just where I belong. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see how it goes in the future. Running goals. I want to get in shape and stay in shape. And I define getting in shape with doing a 5K in 20 minutes. Didn't hit it. I didn't even run a race last year. A number of things happened. I was training, I was getting in better shape, and then on June 21st, I had a partial tear in my calf, and I was in a walking boot, no running for 3 weeks. When I came back to running, I started up a little bit and I was feeling tightness. I was feeling things that were not good, was not healthy. I did some walking, running type things, walking, jogging things. Even 4 months later in October, I was still having problems. And then I saw a video from a YouTube trainer, and I shared the video back then of who it was and all that. But she taught me a new stretch. Actually, correction, not a new stretch. She taught me how to do a stretch I had been doing since high school correctly. I'd been doing it wrong, so I wasn't getting the full benefit, and it was causing my calves to cramp. And so I started doing that, and in November and December, my training was getting better. January, weather was horrendous, and so I wasn't getting out there. February wasn't great either. But I'm back up to running 20 miles plus a week, and we'll see where that goes. Next on the thing here is the topics I spoke about on a weekly basis. So let's start with Monday, the Mental Fitness Monday. I'm doing all those things. I'm still setting new personal bests on the brain games. So I think it's working. I think there's sharpness there. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but unless I find something really cool, and then I'll share it. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing it. On Tuesdays, I was doing the recap stuff, and what happened in my other stuff besides running is my flexibility has improved. Another thing that is tangible that I can actually define, my push-ups, I was doing 2 sets of 15 a year ago. Now I'm doing 3 sets of 37. So I go from doing 30 push-ups a day to over 100. That's progress. And my body shows a difference. My strength shows a difference. And honestly, when I'm doing push-ups, my back is better. It just is. So that's positive. Working Wednesday, my work goals, I have not hit them. I'm doing better. My activity is way up. Proper possibilities are there to have my best year ever. And that's what I'm working towards. On the working Wednesday, I also talked about different things that reminded me about that I used to know that I should be doing to help achieve my goals. And additionally, shared new things that I learned. Relationship Thursday. Obviously, as I said almost every video on Thursday, I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, neurologist, any of that. Just trying to figure this stuff out. It was the hardest day for me to talk about something. And so I hope somebody got something out of it. As I was looking stuff up, I think I did a little bit, but it is where it is. Serenity Sunday, it taught me to take some time to chill out. And you go, and I don't do it on just Sundays. I do it every day. I try to just take some time to meditate or relax or just take deep breaths or whatever it may be. Now, the second purpose I talked about was trying to find, help people and impact others. I've had a few people reach out to me, and one guy, he wrote me that he went back to the gym and was working out again, and my motivation, I helped motivate him to do that. Someone else had talked to me about how they're having some challenges in their workouts, and we went back and forth, and they're going to go ahead and keep going. And those are people who actually said something. I'm sure there's many others who didn't, but I just feels good to know that some people have had some impact. I was just hoping I'd get at least one, and I had more than that. What did I learn? First, it's much harder to get back in race shape than it used to be. I wanted to believe I could simply just state the goal and then go get it. And I used to be able to do that. It hasn't worked out that way. But I know I can train without injury, and I can keep going. So for right now, that's going to be enough. Second, I need to give myself some grace. I can be quite critical of myself at times, and I do need to look at the bigger picture and appreciate the progress and the successes, even if they're smaller than what I was looking for. Now what? What's next in this thing? So please subscribe, by the way, so that you know when I do my videos. I'm going to keep doing videos. I'm not going to do a countdown to 61. I am planning to continue the videos once or twice a week, and I'll be focusing on getting in shape as a middle-aged man. It seems to be where most people found a benefit, most people commented on it, so that's where I'll be going, and plus it's something I feel most comfortable talking about. I haven't given up on my 20-minute 5K yet, but it's not going to be right now. So I may have to run a 24-minute 5K first, and then a 22, and then go for the 20. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. Or maybe I'll prioritize a longer race, a half marathon, or even a full marathon. We'll see where that goes. I don't know yet. I also have some strength goals that I'll discuss another time. Lastly, if you're still here, thank you. Thank you for joining me on this odyssey. At times it's been really difficult. At times I really didn't want to do it. All of a sudden I get home at 8:30 at night and I'm like, gotta do the video. Other times it's very rewarding, and especially when I get those notes from somebody how they got motivated and now they found benefit. So that's a good thing. I surprised myself at times, and hopefully I surprised you guys in a good way. And until next time, this is Sean from A Little Bit Every Day. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And thank you. Goodbye.